Today on Wall Street Sizing Up, hedge fund traders, wizards, or LinkedIn warlords. 2, Sabby sizing up again, hitting the pennies for the bennies. And backed by popular demand, bros drinking at the casino. Let's go. Guys, again, welcome back to the channel, Wall Street Sizing Up. Did want to mention before we got to the news today, on Tuesday or Wednesday, we mentioned the Leaf Group, LFGR. Now the ticker's been renamed to LEAFs for Leaf Group. That Bull Capital, Generation Partners, Oak Fund Investments, and some smaller hedge fund bros had jumped into Leaf. They did it per the filings right around the 28th, 27th, 29th. Really, a lot of people jumping in. Well, now we know why. There was, in the days following, the 2 days following, we've had a huge pump. So 25% pump. 2 days, not a bad return for those boys when you're betting, millions of shares. So,
what is my current financial situation?
Great. I hear great.
That being said, onward, the news. Dow is down 124, almost half a percentage point. NASDAQ is up 70, and the S&P is down. Well, it's about even is where it's at. A lot of blood on the heat map, except for big tech. That being said, here we go. And for our first stock, it's TUP. We all know that it's Tupperware Brands Corporation. Tupperware. It is we all know it's in the plastics. We all know it's in storage. We all know it's for the American family. It is a American tradition to have Tupperware. They used to have Tupperware parties in like the 50s or the 60s. So we all know what the stock does, right? So market cap close to $1,750,000,000. Strange, well, not really strange. It moves about 4.3 million shares a day. But you guys are seeing what I'm seeing on the TUP. You can see on the 29th here, 28th and 29th, it hit the Cialis hard. It did. And then promptly went into full erection mode, which we like to call on this channel planking. Tupperware did. Now, here's the thing. Here's who put in a very strong order for 7.5% of the company, 3.7 million shares on the 23rd. So that would be right here, right before this chart begins. Nobody's going to fall. Mr. Gabriel Plotkin from Melvin Capital. Let's look at him. New York City-based investment firm, of course, founded in 2014 by Gabriel Plotkin. Invests in tech and consumer stocks. Has $7 billion AUM. All right. That said, he bought in on the 23rd, right before this chart begins. Bam. It went up about 9%, right? All right. I'm on board with that. I'm not saying, but some magical fucking rainbow grazed that trade. He hits it here. A couple days later, it's up from the 9 to 83%. So approximately 70% pump. It was a great stock. Look, here's the 23rd. It had already gone up some, so he jumped in. Did he know or did he not know? Again, this is why we look at high conviction buys on this channel. Sometimes we get in before, and sometimes we see the aftermath of what a good hedge fund can do. Is it a good hedge fund? Or is it the power of LinkedIn? That's what you got to ask yourself. Next stop. is SNSS. No, that's not Gary Sinise.
Stick with me. You learn from the guys that have been in country a while, you'll be all right.
That's SNSS. SNSS Pharmaceutical is what this stock is. At least that's what it's called. And looking at this stock, engages in the development and commercialization of new oncology therapeutics for the treatment of solid and hematologic cancers. It's only a $32 million market cap and only trades about 27,000 shares a day. Interesting point here, though. 15,000 people own this, truly a penny stock. I mean, if you look at the monthly looks like a swing trader's delight. Guess who jumped into this one? Now, Sabby Management, we've talked a lot about them on this channel. They are kind of a vulture hedge fund. They like to bottom feed like a catfish would. I think I've got, the only thing you can really, they don't even have a website. In fact, I believe they have about 50 million under AUM. I've seen as low as 28. But what I'm telling you is 3 people, 50 million, and they do a lot of things. Again, they like to bottom feed. But here's the thing. You like this chart, it's a delight. You look like you just gained, 5 pounds of muscle mass just looking at the chart.
You son of a bitch.
It's like an adult entertainer's career. It starts in, camming right here. Then it moves into a little bit of movies, get real good tracks, then boom, right back to Hooters. Now here's the interesting thing. Sabby got in on the 29th. By this filing, that would be literally right here. Man, when you look at the weekly, you just want to take this stock to small claims court, But they got in right here. So I guess I'm pretty sure that he's still in this trade versus Gabriel Plotkin and Melvin Capital and Tupperware that's out of their trade. I can almost guarantee that Sabby is still in this trade. They're bottom feeding here. They went in hard, strong, hard in the paint. 10, almost 11 million shares. Almost 7% of the entire company. So they believe in it, So again, Sabby is a vulture. They bottom feed, but they swing the bat, right? They might strike out, but then they might hit that home run. That's what keeps them going. I actually like them. I think they're down for the year, but I actually like them. That being said, a real popular segment is our bros drinking from the casino.
Like these yokels here, who never heard of Nicky or the bosses back home, because they're the morons who give you the most trouble.
We've all heard of TPG. Now, TPG is very interesting. You will see on the screen here James Coulter and this guy right here named David Bonderman. They started TPG. Again, it's out of Fort Worth and San Francisco. I can pull up the website, but what's the need? They have been in what we like to call a nice little pharmaceutical company, IQV, Equivia Holdings, I believe is the way it's pronounced. Essentially, they are a biotech company, engages in the healthcare development, in the provision of professional service, information technology, and partnering solutions to help other biotech providers, helping to do God's work, of course. Here's the thing about TPG and our friends David Bonderman and Mr. Coulter. Clearly, they've been in this stock quite a while, but here's how the casino works. This is just what I've learned from, this goes back to 2014. Let's just start there, but they cashed out 3.6 million shares, 179 million, 165 million, 164 million. I'm just going back up. So we're just starting at 2014, and I'm moving up, right? So the last two, though, I think it's or the last four. In March of 2019, they cashed out 4 million shares for $569 million. In August of 2019, they cashed out $410 million in stock. In February of 2020, they cashed out 3 million shares for almost $500 million again. Last but not least, they just cashed out this week. I believe they have cashed out all of their stock. At least that's what I can find out from the filing, or that's what it looks like from the filing. Cashed out 3 million more shares for another $464 million. Casino.
They're counting money. Who wants to bother them? I mean, God forbid they should make a mistake and forget to steal.
Bros drinking at the casino. Now, let's go to one more that I want to point out. This is OPCH. Now, OPCH is Option Care Health. OPCH. You can see them here. Day Trader's Delight. It's got a little falling knife. But anyway, point here is we got a Form 4 from the SEC. A director by the name of Elizabeth Benton cashed out 8 million shares for $100 million. Same company, that is Option Healthcare. Tim Sullivan cashed in 8 million shares for $100 million on the same date. Again, bros drinking at the casino.
It's a rich man's world.
Just thought I'd bring you that. That is true wealth. That being said, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the bell, whatever you got to do to tune in to the channel. We appreciate you being here. We'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.